Hey guys, it's your girl Miss G, and you know what time it is. It's G time. It's time to get up, get active, and get it together. My purpose is to give advice, encourage change, and empower success. The goal is for us to grow, elevate, and excel. Everyday action is required for change, and you and I, we have the power to create change. Yes, I am here. As you know, we are celebrating Women's Month, and it's my pleasure here at Miss G Talk to highlight and spotlight some amazing women in my life, women that I've come across, and I can't wait to just share with you what they're doing in their lives and how they are continuing to build upon the contributions here in America. And so, again, March is Women's History Month. This month is set aside to honor women contributions in American history. In honor of Women's History Month, we here at Miss G Talk would like to celebrate women across the world. We run this in the words of Beyonce, okay? Those that don't get it can't show it. Those that got it can't hide it. Nora Hurston. Today, in honor of Women's Month, I would like to highlight and spotlight my cousin. This amazing, talented, hardworking, creative woman who has just developed, not just because she's been doing this behind the scenes for years, but I'm talking officially has put a name on it, which is Gifted Hands Creation. And I would like to spotlight her, Nisi, and share what she's doing. Hey, Nisi.
Thank you. Hey, guys.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. I'm so proud of you and all that you're doing. I know that you've been doing this for years, and I love that even through a pandemic, you're continuing to go. You know, this pandemic hurt a lot of us.
Yes.
Right? It's made us not couldn't go to work in the traditional sense, right? Many mothers, we've had to take off work, whether get on unemployment or work, from home, which is not an easy job when you have children at home.
Not at all.
Your child is a lot smaller than my children. So I'm talking kindergarten from home.
Yes. Like nonstop 5-year-old running around. Yes.
Right. And throughout all of that, you have been able to not only help him in virtual learning, but also say, you know what, the world may be down, but I have all the opportunity in the world right now to continue to stay up.
Yes. I kind of took this opportunity to sit back and say, okay, no, I can do this. And I had the time to build on it. So this was it was a hard time, but it was also a time for me to really dive into my purpose and my passion of what I wanted to do. So it was perfect timing.
Absolutely. It's G time.
Yes.
I'm sure that along the way, there has been many lessons, disappointments, struggles, obstacles. How have you used those moments to continue to push forward? And what can you share with someone who may have experienced what you're going through and they don't know how to get out of it? What would you share with them?
Like you said, they're moments. They're not anything that will stop you. You're the only person that can stop you from doing something, from going on. And so my thing is you can't let one event or multiple events stop your life. You have to keep going. And, I've had a few hiccups in life. You just have to keep going. I use those as lessons. They're never regrets. They're learned lessons. And I take that and I run with it.
Right.
Because you never grow. If you never make any mistakes, you're never going to grow.
Absolutely.
And when you do,
to this point.
Yes. And when you do make a mistake, you don't badger yourself about it.
Right.
You accept it. You say, okay, what can I do different? What could I have changed? And keep going, because we were talking about this the other day. You are your own critic. You would badger yourself so badly thinking you can't do stuff. And you can't allow yourself to put yourself down,
Right.
because that leaves the door open for other people to do the same thing.
Right. One of my favorite doctors, Dr. Laura Schlesinger, I hope I said that right. She would say, okay, the pity party is over. Take 60 seconds. Be mad about it. Get down on your stuff about it. Wipe your tears and keep moving. And
Yes.
I literally use that in my life. I take 60 seconds and I got to get over it, because the longer I stay in this, the more time is wasted for me to get back up and keep going.
Absolutely.
In honor of Women's Month, what does that mean to you? And who has inspired you along the way?
Women's Month, and it's not just a month, but it's the whole year. It's 24/7. We take on so many hats, and juggle with life, on different levels. As a mother, I have to work, I have to do school, I have to be principal, teacher, nurse, cafeteria lady. Like, I have all these jobs in one, and then I still have to live my life and do what I want, my passions. So as a woman, we hold a great deed of a title, and there are plenty of women that don't get acknowledged for what they do. And this is the great opportunity now. And I'm glad that they set aside a month for us, because we get Mother's Day and then that's it. It's like,
right,
that's it for the year. But as a woman, for those that aren't mothers, just out there hustling, doing what they do, kudos to you. Keep going, because like I said, we don't get acknowledged enough. If you think about it, in society, we are looked down upon.
Yeah.
And it's because of how we allow people to talk to us and what we allow other people to think. One thing I can't stand is stereotypes and being categorized.
Yeah.
When somebody say, well, you women. No. That specific woman that you were talking to, or whatever it is, every person is not the same. Everybody has their own struggles. Everybody has their own accomplishments, and keep going. Keep going.
How many times have we seen those pictures of women working or carrying those large containers of water? With a baby on their back, right? And other things on their head. And like, I see those things and I'm like, oh my gosh, like these women, they really were doing it all.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Even though the picture doesn't say all of those things, how many times did they have to stop with that water in their hand and start breastfeeding? How many times, like they were nurturing and working at the same time, right?
Yes.
Women carry so much, and I'm grateful that we stand on the shoulders of so many strong women.
Yes.
Right? We've literally seen them do it all.
Yes.
When I did my first introduction to this series, I was laughing because I was typing all these things. I was trying to think of every job that every woman in our family had.
Honey, you listen to them.
Am I exaggerating? And I was not.
I would like to say, I'm going to second, she was not exaggerating, because we have all of that in our family. And to many surprise, they don't know how many of us have extra talents.
Yes.
That's the thing. Like, we hold everything in until it's time, but it's so many of us that do more than one thing.
Right. Because I think I listed almost 30 things, right?
Yes.
However, there are multiple jobs that women in our family do, right? They're not just wives. They're not just mothers, right? I'm talking probation officer, mothers, wives, entrepreneurs. I'm talking, they have 5 titles, right?
Yes.
With more to go. And so, that's why it's so important to me to really highlight this month. Even I, myself, I was like, oh, it's Women's Month. Oh, I didn't know that. And I was like, why don't I know that? So I had to say, you know what? I don't care how long it takes. I'm gonna get at least one person a week to do this video with and highlight and share. And I'm gonna share a different woman every day. And it's so funny because I'm on the second week of March. And as I write down the women that I want to share, it exceeds March.
I mean,
oh man, I'm gonna have to do 2 a day.
Keep it going. No, we can just extend.
I'm just gonna do it every day. How about that?
We can extend it.
Enough. March isn't enough.
300. There's 365 days in a year.
I guarantee you, I know 365 women out here working and doing everything. If they're not an entrepreneur, they're a hard-working woman, a hard-working mother, a hard-working wife. There are women, who are doing it all, and I love it. So, I have another question for you. Obviously. Okay. My question is, what would your life quote be? If you had to have a quote, what would your life quote be?
As of right now, keep going. Keep going. Do not stop. Just do it. Don't let anyone tell you, you should have, or you could have did. Like, I've had so many people tell me that since I've launched this, and I've been doing this for years. And I had one friend that said, don't tell nobody you should have, because that wasn't your time. And I said, that's true. But I never stopped from the time I started. I kept going. Even when I had a baby, I kept going. And now my son is old enough to help me. So now he's like, Mom, can I help you? So he'll pick up the chairs for me and hand them to me and give me the tablecloths and stuff. So it's just the rhythm. You keep going. Life is a circle. You keep going. I'm going to keep going till that clock stop.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Has there been any women in your life who has inspired you along the way?
Yes. First and foremost, my cousin here. Yes. Yes. We've had plenty of conversations, and I've taken the things you said and I'm like, okay, I'm going to do this. My mom is like awesome. She does so much, like, and my mom is like, the really quiet type, Everybody knows my mom. My mom has been on her job for 26 years, teaching first grade. She started off in third grade for the summer, and she went in, filled out an application, and the same day they said, can we put you in the classroom now? She hasn't stopped working since. Since last year, pandemic. She decided to take the year off, but my mom has been...
That was her choice, right?
That was her choice.
26 years straight.
Yes.
She took the year off. And that's amazing.
Took the year off, yes. And she does nursing. She's done catering. She's done everything. My auntie Vanya, she has her own school. She's an author. She does everything. My grandmother, like, there's nothing I haven't seen my grandma not do. My great grandmother, that lady, let me tell you, if I can live more than half of the life she lived, like,
if I can stay with my husband for 79 years,
you will, honey.
I have accomplished
already. Go ahead and keep going.
Right. Grandmother, right? 5 years. Single mother, no transportation. What?
Yes.
And maybe everything.
Everything.
That's why I say, you tell me what I can do and I show you what I can do.
Yes.
Come on now.
And that's just like big grandma, our great grandmother. Let me tell you something. When she passed and grandpa looked at me that night and he said, you stay? Me? When I stayed there up until he passed, that lady did a lot. Yeah. A lot that 2 and 3 people were trying to do in a household that she did by herself. Like, that was just so amazing to me. Like, I had to learn his traits and what he likes and what he don't like, what he can't have, what he can't have. Yeah. That lady knew everything down to a T. Let me tell you something. When we went to go to her, get everything ready for the funeral, when we got to the cemetery, this lady had everything in order. When I say everything in order, I mean down to the gloves. Okay? From the top to the bottom, all we had to do was figure out a date, a time, and what we were going to put on her.
Women. Right?
Yes, and I can go on and on and on, but it's just so many great women in our family. I have great friends that have done so many great things in life. Like, some of them are chefs, some of them are teachers, some of them are authors, some of them are mothers or wives, and they stay at home and take care of the kids. It's just so many people I know that I can commend. And I do commend and applaud you for all your work. If nobody else says I'm proud of you, I am proud of you.
Absolutely. That's the same thing I'm saying to you. Nobody else tells you I am proud of you. I am proud of you.
Thank you.
Go and keep pushing, keep moving. So before we end, I want you to tell people what you do.
Okay. So I am an event planner / coordinator. I do weddings, birthday parties, bar mitzvahs, whatever you want to do, I can do, okay? Baby showers, free passes, drive-by baby showers, private dinners, I do it all.
Gift boxes.
Yes, gift boxes.
I would like to say I ordered, for Valentine's, I ordered 2 gift boxes 4 days before Valentine's. I told her what I wanted. I gave her my price. She said, I got you. Send me the money. Let me tell you, I ordered 2 Valentine boxes, maybe 4 days before Valentine's. And I told her what I wanted. I gave her my price. And I believe 2 days before Valentine's, she called me. She showed me the picture of it, and she delivered them to the people I asked her to deliver to. So not only did she do it, rush order, but she also got it there before Valentine's Day, and it was beyond what I could even imagine in my head. I woke up and was like, oh, I want this. Who can I get to do it? And I almost was like, oh, let me just call one of these shops and have them, put some flowers together. But I want it personalized. And you say your event, your way, right? The same, right? I wanted it my way. I wanted to show that even though I'm in a whole nother state, I'm thinking about you your way, not anybody else's way. And you put it together like boom, and delivered it, and showed a picture, and video chat me. I want to say thank you for sharing your time with us. We celebrate you and your contributions and achievements, and we look forward to seeing so much more of you.
Yes.
Is there anything else that you want to say? Anything else that you want to share with others?
Just if you want to take a look, go look at Gifted Hands Creations. Book me. Like I said, I do parties. I do baby showers. I do private dinners. I do baskets. I do treats. So just take a look on my page. We can definitely talk business. I'm always available and open for questions and consultations. Let me tell you how I got my name.
Okay.
Real quick. So I started off as Elegant Designs.
Okay.
I'm all about elegant, clean, nice, crisp stuff, right? But I wanted to find something that was more leaning towards me personally and the gift that I have. And so I was sitting at the table one day and I was like, how can I combine my gift together? What many people don't know is that I do sign language.
I was going to say, wait a minute, Gifted Hands. She's also, she also does sign language. I would love for you to sign out when you sign out.
So I do American Sign Language. I've been fluent in American Sign Language since I was in 3rd grade. Like when I say years, I mean years.
Do it.
No. I've been involved in the deaf community for like many years. When I got to college, that was my experience into the deaf community, and I learned a lot more with that. But I was trying to figure out how I can tie in my gift of sign language and my gift of party planning and creating. And so I was sitting there and I was like, Charney's Gifted Hand Creations. And I was like, oh, it works. And I just ran with it because I was like, it's a gift many people don't have. And then even when it comes to like the details of party planning, it's very detailed and you have to be very gifted in it. And how I became passionate about it is for years, I've always been the organizer. I've always been the go-to. Oh, Charnice can do it. Ask Charnice, she'll figure it out. I've always been that for friends, for family, in school, you know. So I was, one year I helped one of my friends. Her friend was getting married, and she said, "Can you help her cousin? He's coordinating the wedding and all this." I said, "Okay." Well, in the midst of that, I happened to find my passion in a mishap, if that makes sense. I've always been good at decorating and arts and craft and all this crocheting, latch hooking, all of that. But I did find my passion in somebody else's mishap, because then I had to take charge, because I was like, oh, her wedding cannot go down like this. When I looked around, there was chair covers and the sash that go on the back of it, and that was it. They had a gazebo that was already provided by the hotel, and it had lights on it, but that was it. And I was like, oh, this can't be. I can't let her walk outside and this is all she see. So I ran to one of my favorite party places, grabbed some flowers and some tulle, and I just tried to make it the best I could within like an hour and a half before the wedding started.
Wow.
So from there on, and that was in 2010. So from there on, I had been doing weddings and birthday parties and everything. And I just took it and I ran with it. So that's how I got gifted hand creations.
That's awesome. In the words of Hattie McDaniel, I did my best and God did the rest.
Absolutely.
That's how we came to gifted hand creation.
Absolutely.
I was going to say, thank you, Pooh, for joining us. Look here. It's a family thing. Don't worry about it.
It's a family thing.
Thank you for joining us. Thank you for sharing what you do. You know, there are so many women out there who may be discouraged, and I just want to tell you that you can do anything that you put your mind to.
Yes.
Don't let anybody stop you from doing what you want to do. It's G time. It's time to get up, get active, and get it together.
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, guys.